great detail. Those of us in the United States have recently elected and sworn in a new president.
Woohoo!
Barack Obama was sworn in this past week as President of the United States. I don't know, what's this have to do with atheism? Oh, wait. Michael Newdow had filed suit about the inauguration, trying to eliminate any prayers at the service. That was part of the lawsuit. That was the part of the lawsuit that I was actually opposed to, and I don't speak for everybody. The other part of the lawsuit was to prevent the Chief Justice from adding the words, "So help me God," to the oath of office. But his lawsuit, by the way, Newdow's lawsuit, was thrown out, and so things went ahead as scheduled. Rick Warren was there to do the invocation, and there was another minister whose name I forget who did the benediction. And
Lowry, wasn't it?
Lowry? Was it Lowry?
I think so.
And the Chief Justice, in addition to flubbing the oath, also did add, "So help you God," to the end of it, and Barack Obama did say, "So help me God." I think this is a clear violation of church-state separation, and I hope that this comes up later. And the reason I'm saying that it is, for those people out there who may be confused or thinking that atheists are just offended by this, it's not a matter of offense in any sense of atheism or religion. I'm offended by it because it is a trampling of the Constitution. The oath of office is specifically written out, word for word, in the Constitution. Nowhere in there does it say, "So help me God." And there's no stipulation in there that they should be allowed to add things. Now, as the president doesn't have to give up his religious beliefs or his freedoms as an individual upon taking office, I'm in favor of him saying, "So help me peanut butter toast," if he'd like to. I think it'd be a little silly. We do know that not all presidents have included "So help me God," despite claims to the contrary by the Texas Attorney General, who filed an amicus brief regarding this lawsuit. And some of the reports, for example, George Washington's oath, we don't really have good evidence that he did include it. We have Washington Irving's memoirs written some, 60, 70 years maybe after the fact, but no official record or note that it happened.
Yeah, and actually there's a lot of evidence that was made up.
Yeah.
The Washington, Irving's account was made up.
So why bother? And that's the point. It's not a matter of being offended on religious grounds. It's not that atheists want to remove all public references to deities or anything like that, or take away people's rights to believe or express their belief. That's not it at all. It's about doing right by the Constitution. And that's why I was opposed to the "So help me God," but I didn't really object too much to the prayers. By the way, in addition to Muhammad, we also have Beaver the Unbeliever, who is visiting us for today only from Canada. And, of course, the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Clearly, we must worship something, and so I'm advocating that we just worship these stuffed animals who also don't happen to believe in gods, except for this one who believes he is a god. But,
yes. Well, and one of the best ways I know to worship the Flying Spaghetti Monster is, of course, to consume spaghetti.
Yes.
Which is good. So.
Except not too much, because pasta is pretty much just nothing but carbs.
Yeah.
Just want to get that out there.
But hey, it beats wafers.
So yeah, well, now we have a new president, and by the way, they retook the oath of office because they kind of butchered it during the actual ceremony, which I got a chuckle out of. They retook the oath of office in the map room. I sound like I'm doing a clue. It's Barack Obama in the math room without his Bible. It's not a big deal. The guy just forgot his Bible. Didn't happen to have it on him when he got sworn in. The important thing to note here is that it's not required. They're not going to have to do it again a third time because they didn't bring a Bible. It's not required that you swear on a Bible. Matter of fact, it's patently absurd that you would swear on a Bible. And by the way, oaths in general are absurd, but if you were going to put your hand on anything and swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, I'd think maybe it'd be the Constitution. I mean, that's the binding document, not the Bible, not the Quran, not Dianetics. It doesn't make sense to me. But so I'm not going to make a big deal about the fact that they did it without a Bible. They did it without a Bible. I've heard that too many times. They just didn't happen to have a Bible. The point here is that it's not necessary.
I have a problem actually with that second oath because, first of all, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
The first oath was valid. The second thing is you didn't even have to have an oath to begin with because according to the Constitution, he became the president at noon on the 20th,
Yeah.
with or without the oath.
Yeah,
So,
whether they swore him in or not.
yeah. But the other thing I like about President Obama, and I get such a kick out of saying that, his mother was an atheist.
Yes.
So there you go.
There is an atheist
Here
organization.
you have a rational, responsible, ethical guy who was raised in a non-religious household. Who
Yeah.
would thunk it?
He talks about it in his book. I mentioned
Yep.
on yesterday's nonprofit, there's actually an atheist organization that is running an ad with a picture of Obama saying, this is one of the results of ethics and morals without religion. I think it's a brilliant ad. I don't know if it'll make any difference at all to the people who would say, you know, how can you be moral without God? It's really remarkably simple. But it is a good example, and I was glad that he noted it. But